Well, Fortnite is being super packed this year, with 11 collabs and 18 skins. I'm gonna assume Winterfest is gonna be crazy too. So today we try and predict what collabs we could see come to the game this year, what cosmetics we could see, and why it could happen. Of course, these are predictions. I don't know if these are coming or not, but we'll have to wait and see. If you guys enjoy, make sure to subscribe, like, turn to the video. If you guys want support for Honor Shop, use my code GaberBoy to support me. Go check a week for a recap every Sunday at 10 a.m. or a recap the week of Fortnite on YouTube and Spotify. And if you guys want some good supplements, go check out Advance with code Gaber10 for 10% off. Let's get started. Home Alone is a super popular, well-known Christmas movie released in 1990. And with there being 2 movies in the series, we know how about the rest of them. I would hope it makes it popular enough to come to Fortnite. For cosmetics, I don't think we will see Kevin as a skin since he's literally 8 years old in the movie. Although we did have some kids as skins in the past like Morty, Bart, and Lisa. Here we need to get some sort of robotic suit or something, which I don't really think fits Kevin at all. I do see us getting the Web Bandits, Harry, and Marva skins since they were main characters in the movie and are actually adults, so it would fit as a skin. For cosmetics, if they had styles, one could be regular them in their bandit costumes. Maybe Harry would have a police outfit style since he was a cop at the start of the movie. And they could used to have a style to show all the damage they went through with the traps like feathers, burnt head, iron mark on the face, and more. A backbling could be their van, and their pickaxes could be crowbars, although we already have a bunch of crowbar pickaxes in the game. Even though there isn't anything special happening this year with the movie, like 35 years of Home Alone or whatever, Epic can still add it if they get the rights to it. And I think it would be a really cool collab since this movie is awesome and iconic. Another popular Christmas movie is Elf, released in 2003. Although Will Ferrell thought it would destroy his career, people loved the movie and thought it was funny, what I totally agree with. If seeing Buddy the Elf as a skin in Fortnite would be super funny too. I don't think the skin would need any styles, since Buddy doesn't really change his look throughout the movie, except when he's in New York, so that could be a style I guess. But a funny emo would be when he screams out Santa, playing the audio of Will Ferrell, and doing the movements of jumping up and down.
Okay, people, tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., Santa's coming to town.
Santa! Oh my god! Santa here? I know him.
For me, for a pickaxe, you can have lights for when he's decorating the store, and a backlink could be the naughty list, showing names of players you kill when you eliminate them. But just like Home Alone, there's anything special happening this year with the movie, but Epic still add it, and I think this will be another amazing option. Alright, hear me out for a second. Last year, we had Santa Snoop Dogg and Santa Shaq skins for Winterfest. It was probably something to do with their contracts since we got normal Snoop Dogg and Shaq skins before Winterfest the same year. And this year, Sabrina Carpenter released with Festival Season 8. And last year, she had a Netflix special, and Nonsense Christmas with Sabrina Carpenter. It's possible another Sabrina Carpenter skin could be released, and they could use the same outfit from the special. I wouldn't hate this idea, especially considering if it's free like the Snoop Dogg skin was, and it'll be on theme with Christmas. And by the time I'm recording this video, Hatsune Miku is getting a Christmas skin, so it's possible she could get one, or we get an athlete that came this year like Shohei or Son Heung-min, if they're doing something similar to what they did last year. This is probably the most possible collab I see from the list happening, because of the deal with Netflix and Fortnite, which might not have anything to do with this, but also the deal with Sabrina Carpenter and Fortnite, kind of like Snoop Dogg and Shaq from last year. Speaking of deals and contracts, the Fortnite Disney experience is still set to come out next year, and we should still be getting some Disney collabs with Fortnite. Whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, or just Disney movies, I can see a possible collab with Frozen for Winterfest. Of course with this, I can see Olaf being a backbling or even a sidekick, and maybe we can get a mythic of Elsa using her ice powers. I guess the reason for this would be the Disney partnership they have right now, since Frozen 3 is set to release in 2027 and the original movie came out in 2013, but Disney partnership gives them the ability to do the collab if they wanted to, so that's all they need. I know we just got art decline for it from Fortnite this year, but in Terrifier 3, art dresses as Santa Claus and the movie is basically a Christmas Halloween movie. So getting art as Santa Claus makes a little sense, but Epic has 2 possible ways to go for this collab. Either making a new skin and possibly a new set for Santa art, or giving art an edit style for Santa art. Either way, we get art as Santa, but I kind of want the first option so we can get more themed cosmetics for Christmas compared to the cosmetics he already has being more Halloween themed than Christmas themed. But at the same time, what other special cosmetics could he get? Could definitely see art getting a second skin or edit style, so it'll be funny and cool to see him again. This December is the 1-year anniversary of Marvel Rivals coming out. And what's a better way to celebrate than doing another collab with Fortnite, right? Last year they added Doom 2099 to Fortnite, which I honestly question since he's not a playable character in Marvel Rivals. I get he's the main villain and a huge part of the story of Marvel Rivals, but at the same time, I'm sure there are a lot better options to add to the game. Whether it's a character you already have in Fortnite in their more rivals design like Spider-Man, Iron Man, or whoever else, or a character we don't have in the game yet like Magic, Penny Parker, Ultron, or even my pick, Luna Snow. I feel like she makes the most sense for Winterfest since her character is snow and ice themed, with her powers literally being ice powers. She's also a newest character that got lots of popularity from our rivals due to her appearing in 2018 in the mobile game Marvel Future Fight as an original character, and later getting her own comic books, coming to more games, even making songs, which could also become Jam Tracks too if Fest wasn't dead by then. But with Epic and Marvel's relationship, and even their small relationship with Marvel Rivals at launch, I definitely think some sort of Marvel Rivals collab could come to Fortnite this year. Especially considering their 1 year anniversary, and I hope Luna Snow gets added too. Maybe it'll even come with a Jeff sidekick, which would be pretty cool too. Okay, I know what you guys are already thinking. Yes, we are getting a Stranger Things collab in the game the week I'm recording this. But when I was writing the script for this video, I was looking at stuff coming out in December and saw Stranger Things, so I thought Stranger Things was going to be part of Christmas, so Season 5, Part 2, and 3 are coming out in December. But turns out the collab came out during Part 1, which was number 26, so I was right about the collab, but wrong about the date. Either way, I'm glad we're getting one more collab for Stranger Things before the series ends for good. Hopefully. Remember how I said I was looking at stuff coming out in December? Well, the movie is coming out, so maybe we can expect a collab with Universal, Blumhouse, Scott, and Fortnite, and finally get the collab everyone expected for Fortnitemares. I know Scott already said he wanted the collab to make sense, which is why he collabed with Dead by Daylight, and this picture was popular at the time. But maybe he changed his mind, or hear me out. We get non-animatronic characters like Mike or Vanessa, maybe we'll only have to without the suit, or we can get what everyone wants and get Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, and Foxy. Either way, this one is least likely to happen, so don't get your hopes up probably. I guess Gremlins is considered a Christmas movie too. I watched Gremlins as a kid a few times since my parents wanted to show it to me. It was fun but forgettable to me like 9 years later. But getting it in Fortnite would be cool. It would probably be a collab with no skins unless they wanted to stretch out Gizmo on Stripe and make him the size of a Fortnite skin, or put them in some type of suit like Morty, Bart, or Lisa. But it would make the most sense if he was just a back bling or a sidekick. I think with either a back bling or sidekick, they can have reactivity, where if you break the rules of Gremlins, they turn into Stripe. Like if you get them wet while swimming in water or drinking slurp items, not exposing to bright lights like the sun, and not feeding after midnight with food items like apples, bananas, floppers, and etc. I think that would make the collab super cool and make the back bling or companion worth it. The Gizmo sidekick could also have an emo of him driving his car, since it's a super iconic part of the movie. Although there are no anniversary events happening this year for this 41-year-old movie, I can say this one is somewhere in the middle of likely to happen and not likely to happen. Frosty the Snowman is a classic Christmas movie where everyone over the age of 10 has definitely seen it at least once. And with being a classic, getting Frosty in Fortnite would be a cool collab. But the thing with Frosty is him being a little too kid-friendly, with the movie being G for all ages of course. So it might be one of those characters where either Epic or the creators or company doesn't want Frosty to be wielding a shotgun or getting shot at or shooting at other people. But if they do actually want the collab, I would imagine his backbling would be like his hat and his pickaxe would be his broom. Maybe a set could also involve the rabbit as a companion, or it could pop up from the hat backbling. Maybe he could be like Thing on the Wednesday Addams skin. Overall, Frosty's a maybe, but moving on to another Christmas original. I always like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Of course, he's an animal, more specifically a reindeer, meaning unless they want to pull a Scooby-Doo, he would likely be a companion or backbling. But just like Frosty, I feel like either Epic or the creators or company wouldn't want it to be in Fortnite. Although if he's a sidekick, he wouldn't shoot at players, get shot at by players, or die, meaning he'd probably be fine. But if they ever did want to add a skin, maybe they could add the Abominable Snowman or Yukon Cornelius. Two important characters part of this movie, and it would be cool to see them in Fortnite too. Yukon could have a pickaxe as his pickaxe, his backpack as his backbling, and Abominable Snowman could have a... I don't really know actually. But it's like Frosty, who knows if this could ever happen. Let me ask you guys one of the most controversial questions in the world. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie? My opinion? I don't know, I never watched Die Hard. Well, the director himself said it is. It could be heavily considered a Christmas movie and could come to Fortnite this Winterfest. Another reason why I think this could happen is due to Die Hard's John McClane being seen in the Apple lawsuit documents for the collab that are considered to happen in the game. And as of 2020, when the documents came out, most collabs seen in the documents have come to the game already, such as Kratos, Master Chief, Naruto, Terminator, Ariana Grande, and more. Some actually coming next season like The Bride, and some that haven't happened yet like Katniss and Samus. It probably will never happen. And I'm sure they had John planned at some point but got delayed, delayed, like most of the collabs due to documents coming out probably. But Winterfest will be a pretty good time to finally release a skin, since I guess it's considered a Christmas movie. Dear Santa is a movie that came out last year, with Jack Black as the main character, Satan. Although the movie didn't do that well, with it getting a 24% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 5.4 out of 10 on IMDb, I'm sure Fortnite could still consider doing a collab. And having Jack Black finally be in the game as who else but Satan would be pretty funny. I hope we do get Jack Black as Steve when Minecraft Movie 2 comes out next year. But in my opinion, this one is pretty low on the possibility chart, you know, because of Satan. But who knows, I guess. I should probably watch this movie at some point. The Santa Claus is another iconic Christmas movie that they made 3 of them. With that being said, it could be possible we could get Tim Allen as Santa in the game. The thing is, I don't really know if Fortnite is that big of a fan of adding fictional holiday mascots in the game. We don't have any official Santa skins, elf skins, Easter Bunny skins, or even something like a Tooth Fairy skin in the game. Of course, they sometimes make their own version of these skins like Coney Mel for Rabbit Raider, but would I consider adding a Santa skin in the game, even if it's a version that's played by an actor in a movie? For this one, I'm putting it decently high on the list due to it feeling possible because the movie is popular enough. Red One is another movie that came out last year that I haven't watched once again. Maybe I should watch this one too. Of course, it stars actors that are already in Fortnite in some shape or form like Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, and J.K. Simmons. I guess we could get the 5 main characters: Callum Drift, Jack O'Malley, Zoe, the Polar Bear, and Santa. Although we just had the discussion if Epic will allow Santa. Although it is possible Epic won't allow a Santa skin, even if it's not officially Santa, but who knows. But just like Dear Santa, the movie didn't perform, I'd go with a 30% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.2 out of 10 on IMDb, but I think it could still come to the game, probably. It'll be pretty funny to see a 3rd Dwayne Johnson skin. Of course, before we talk about the final skin cosmetic we could get, let's talk about emotes and Gen tracks. Last year we got our first Christmas song emote and Gen track, being All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. But what emotes or Gen track could they add this year? Some other classics can be Jingle Bell Rock, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, War is Over, Last Christmas, Underneath the Tree, White Christmas, Let It Snow, Feliz Navidad, Holly Jolly Christmas, and the most popular and classic one, We Wish We a Merry Christmas. Of course, they could also add some songs from the collabs like Frosty the Snowman or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Maybe add some Luna Snow songs as Gen tracks, more Sabrina Carpenter songs. But there's probably some other classics to forget about. Edit me if I forgot any, put it on the screen now. But hopefully we get some of these songs as emotes or Gen tracks or both, because I feel like these would be pretty cool to have.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
And finally, I think the Grinch will be an amazing collab this year. A super popular character from Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas books and 3 movies. Now, what version of the Grinch will most likely come to Fortnite? I'm going to eliminate the Illumination one from 2018, mostly due to the fact that Fortnite never worked with Illumination from what I remember, but I guess it could still happen. We also had the 2000 live action version with Jim Carrey and the OG classic from 1966, which I think both of these are most likely to happen due to how the characters look and how easy it might be to get the rights to the studios, being Warner Brothers for the OG and Universal for 2000. Okay, so never mind. I feel like any of these are possible to get, but 1966 and 2000 make the most sense. For our cosmetics, we can get the Grinch as a skin with a style for a Santa variant, get a sack for his back bling, and a tree for his pickaxe. Although most of that stuff already exists as cosmetics in the game, but who cares? And we can also get a sidekick of Max. In conclusion, if Winterfest is going to be anything like Fortnite this year, I expect a lot of collabs. And whether they're part of the list or not, I'm still super excited since December and Winterfest are one of my favorite times in Fortnite every year. But if you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, like, turn on notifications for the video. If you guys want to support me on side, means my code gives to support me. Make sure to check out Week Fortnite Recap Podcast every Sunday at 10 a.m. on YouTube and Spotify. And go check out Advance and use code Gaber10 for 10% off any order. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.